Good morning. This is a Wednesday morning. Decided the last minute that I would make a short video here. My videos aren't very entertaining anyways, but because of the situation with my wife, and I have to drive her to the doctors and everything because of her legs, and especially her right foot severely swelled and deformed. She's not able to drive because she can't get her leg into the driver's side, but she can do better on the passenger. And I want to utilize the handicap ramp. And what I'm trying to do here is, what I've been doing is I've been backing in. No, driving in rather. I can't back in. I'm so afraid of smashing into the propane tank. I'm not good at backing up. Yeah, I never was. You know, I'm used to driving a van with big mirrors on it, like the big van we have, because I used to work for a vending company for 11 years, so I always backed up, and as long as I had those big mirrors, I had no problem. But the minivan, especially the passenger side, the mirrors are so damn small, I can't tell how far away I am for something. I don't want to smash into the corner of the house. So what I do is I drive in, okay? But I can't with that stump cover there. Let me get you a closer look at that. Now, I have a video on it. I don't know if YouTube took it down or not, but I don't know how many years ago, but I had a video on building that, because when the tree was cut down years ago by the park owner, I built this, and I can't find the video, so they probably removed it because it's building a stump cover, and I tried searching for it on my channel and it doesn't exist anymore. So anyways, it's got to be at least 20 years ago that I built that. I don't really know. I can't judge time. Okay, so what I need to do is, let me get closer here. What I need to do is to get that stump cover actually out of there, but I can't do it. Off camera, I lifted that thing up, and the stump is still there after all these years, but it's pretty well rotted. But I can't remove the stump at all. I can't do it. Physically cannot do it. Because I took a small pickaxe and I hit it, and there's a lot of stump left in there. Maybe half of it's rotted away. So if I can move that, clean it up under there, which I'm going to try to do in this video, and move that over to the right at least a foot, I'll be able to drive up. Because as it is now, I drive in and I can't get close to the handicap ramp for my wife to come down with the walker, because this damn thing is in the way, and between the car and that, there's not enough room. So I got to park further this way. I want to make it easier for her. So anyways, what I'm going to try to do, and I don't know how much success I'm going to have, I'm hoping that I can clean enough out that I can shift that thing back at least a foot. I doubt it, but I'll give it a try, because actually what it takes to get rid of that stump is a stump grinding machine. And we don't own the land, and we couldn't afford it anyway. So let me get you set up in a better place, because the damn sun's right in the lens. Okay, now, if you remember, well, you may not, because you haven't seen all the cookouts that we had, because most of them are not on video. They are on video, but they're not. They're on VHS or DVDs. They're not converted. But before, we had the bird feeder on there, which we stopped using because it was bringing in constant raccoons at times, dozens of squirrels, which were eating the bird seed, and chipmunks and stuff. So I mean, we haven't had as much problem. We do see a squirrel once in a while. Sadly, we cannot feed the birds. What it's doing is it's just making a mess and bringing in these rodents. So the rodents do live underneath there. You see these two holes there. Originally, this stump had roots coming out, which are gone now. They're rotted away. And that's why I built that, to cover up the stump. And then when we had cookouts, well, we used to have the little kids, when they'd come, they'd have their little, like, whack-a-mole games and stuff like that, which I supplied, and let them play on that thing. So back then it was in much nicer shape. So if I could eliminate this completely, then I'd have to find a way of getting rid of the wood. It's supposed to be pressure treated, but it's not. It's the newer pressure treated that my neighbor Lou, who no longer lives here, he moved out many years ago, had given me, and it's not like the good pressure treated that the deck here for the greenhouse. That stuff there lasts forever. This, as you can see, is rotting out. It's all rotting out. So I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to do that on camera. Before that, I got to go look for my iron rake. I cannot find a steel rake. I have a regular leaf rake, which would get off the stuff that you're going to see when I lift this up. But I can't get the stuff out of there with that. I need something more aggressive. And if I can't, then we're going to have to live with it. There's nothing else I can do. I can't back out. I tried. I'm so afraid of smashing into backing in so I can just drive out with her. I'm so afraid of smashing into the propane tank, and if I hit that, there'll be a big disaster. I'm so afraid of clipping the corner of the house. And it's bad enough when I drive in and back out, I'm so afraid of hitting the lamp pole over there and that tree right there that you see. So it's really hard because the minivan has tiny mirrors and I can't see them very good. You need big mirrors to see things like that. That's why I like the big van. But the big van my wife cannot get into. She cannot climb up it anymore. So anyways, enough talking. Let me get started and see if I can locate the steel rake first, and then we'll get you the video on this here. Well, as always, I can't find my steel rake. I thought it would be in the tractor shed where I keep all my tools, and all I got is this, and I tried using that, and it's backbreaking. So I'm going to have to try to rake out the stuff as much as I can, especially on the right side over here, so that maybe I can shift that over a little bit. Even if I can get it over a foot more, she might be able to get a walker between this thing and the passenger door in the car. If not, we're going to just have to live with it that way. I don't mind if I can get that out of there completely, which is not going to happen, because I'd have to hire somebody to do it. I can't afford that. I can drive over the platform because the platform is sitting on the ground anyway, so it's not going to collapse. All right, so I'm going to flip that over. I've already had it over once, and you probably might have noticed the piece of wood broke here because I tried to stick a piece of wood up underneath there, hold it up so I can look under there, and it just collapsed and broke the wood off. Let me get you closer. Well, that's what I'm up against. right here. You can hear there's still a stump under there, but I can probably get some of this out. But I'm mainly concerned with this area. Don't look like it don't look like I'm going to get this thing moved over this way. To give a little more room in it. Right where that pickaxe is, let me get you closer. Right where that pickaxe is, it's right at the edge. So even if I shift it over more, my wife's going to trip on that. Now what I'm going to try to do is to rake some of that, because I want to rake some of that out anyways, and the only thing I've got is a leaf rake. Can't find my steel rake. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I'm always losing things. I looked in the tractor shed, it's not there. So it's got to be in the other shed where the snowblower is, and it's buried way in the back behind the snowblower, and I am not digging it out. So let me stop this a minute and get you a little farther away so you can see a little better maybe. Doesn't do much. There's nothing I can do. I'll be damned if I'm going to go out and buy a damn rake. But I was hoping that I'd be able to have that thing go back at least 12 inches. And I don't know. I'm not going to try to get that main pile out of there because it does no good. They're not going to get that thing completely out because the bulk of the stump is there. I wanted to get the whole thing out, but that would take a contractor to do it. And as I said, we're not doing that. And no, I have to do everything myself. Don't tell me I got to go hire somebody. I'm not doing it. I can't afford it. So that's the end of that conversation. And my son is not in shape to do that either, and he's working today. So I want to try to get this moved if I can. It would bother me if I couldn't do it. At least I give it a try. As you can see, it was built out of pressure treated wood, and like I say, I have a video on it, but I don't think it's up on my channel anymore because I can never find videos on my channel. Real old videos, I cannot. because if you don't type in the exact name of the video, it will come up with nothing. I put down stump cover, I put building a stump cover, a stump cover, nothing. Nothing. So the video probably doesn't exist anymore. But I'm going to say a good 15, maybe 20 years ago that I built that. So anyways, we got to get back on this. That's all hard stump. So, about 4 or 5 inches is about all I'm going to be able to do. That's about it. Not even worth doing. That's too much. I can't do that. That's too much. I'm going to rake it and try to, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it over. It's not going to accomplish anything. Right back where it was before. Accomplished nothing. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it back, but I'll give it a try. Big deal, 2 inches. Because the main thing is, I don't want anything sticking out of the ground because she's got to use her walker. And she's got to drag it along the ground, and you can't have stumps sticking up in the air. So I got to try to get rid of that stuff over there. I gained about 4 to 5 inches. So it used to be even with the platform over there, but now it's recessed a little bit. Oh, every little bit helps, so let's go a little more. There's a stump. Right there, there's a damn piece of stump. That's what I couldn't get out. Right here. That's it. That's the best I can do. It's recessed back about 4 to 5 inches, probably 5 inches. That's about it. Okay, well, that's a little better. Not much. I mean, I can move the recycle bin back towards the house, but if I get my car too far over this way, then I run the risk of hitting the propane tank if I'm not careful. So I kind of like to have the vehicle in the middle with the nose actually facing right directly ahead there. So it's not easy. And no, I'm not going to build another handicap ramp, and I can't build one in the front anyways, even if I had the money and was able to do it. The reason? Well, you need to get underneath the skirting in order to take care of any problems with the water or anything else. You need to get up underneath the house. And if you build a handicap ramp, you can't do it. You need access to the skirting. So in order to build a handicap ramp coming from the steps all the way down to the end of the walkway, you wouldn't be able to get up underneath the house. So that's out. We got to do it from the rear. So that's it. I gave it a try. I didn't think so. I had a feeling that it wouldn't be possible. You'd think that after all these years that stump would have rotted out, being that it was all covered and the rodents were in there and everything else. So that's it. So I thought I'd throw this video out here. I'm just going to clean that mess up. It's hard, it's heavy, and you know, it's sort of soil there and everything. So I'll scoop that up and throw it out in the woods and clean up a little bit there, and that concludes this video. Okay, so I cleaned it up. Now let's just see exactly how far I moved it. About 6.5 inches. That's not bad, but it's not probably going to be enough. But I can't move it back anymore. Its stumps are holding it back, and if I was to lift it up, it would be higher up on the stump, and it's not going to accomplish anything. You might get another inch out of it. It's not worth the effort and the bulwark. It's a lot of bulwark. Okay, this is it on the video. As I said before, but I'm saying it for the final time now. This is it. Thanks for watching. Take care.